Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Online student, please check it out. Please check it out. Okay. Mr. Vivek Keer, what is need of website name here? Anyone can share WhatsApp link here. What WhatsApp you want to have, Ra? There's no WhatsApp for your batch. Don't join in any links, guys. They are unofficial. You have a group and you have Naresh at official Telegram channel. Only these two
This
things are
meeting is
official.
being recorded.
Remaining things will misuse your numbers. They will sell. Yeah. Today's discussion is what, guys? Till other day we have sent JSON response to browser. Okay. Today we are planning to send what? Come on, everyone. We are planning to send what, guys? Come on. Huh? XML content. But producer application is ready to send either text content or JSON content. Return type string or response entity string, text content. Other than string or response entity string objects. Everyone getting my point there or not, guys? For this, we need to use what? Accept request header specifying what? Content type like JSON, XML, etc. Though accept request, through accept request header, through accept request header, it is not though, guys, it's a through. Through accept request header, it makes the producer or server or service provider application sending its content in the required format like JSON, XML. For JSON, actually not required. If you give also no problem, but XML it is required. By default, every method in producer application sends what? Plain text response. If return type is what? String. Otherwise, response entity non-string means JSON. JSON format content, right, guys? Now, making producer application sending XML response. For this, client application or consumer application must set accept request header with what value? Application / XML. So far, we just given blank request or just URL based request, but not that. We should also set one header value. What is the header value? Accept a request header value. Default is */*. If you don't give anything, default value is what? Star. I allow everything. */* means I am flexible, I allow everything. But if I say application /XML, I allow only XML. That means I am negotiating content with the destination or not. Yeah. Accept application /XML tells to producer application, give me response content as what? XML content. Accept */* tells to producer application, give me response in any format. What format, guys? What you want that you can give. What producer want that can give. Okay. Any format. Here, some table I prepared, check it out. Consumer application / request header */*. Producer application side, return type is what? T, generic type is string. Text content will come in the response or not. */* or application /JSON. TR non-string. TR non-string. JSON content will come or not, guys. Request header application / what? XML. What are guys? Application slash XML. Tell me. REST operation method return type is what? T. Generic is non-string. Then you will get XML content or not, guys. So final conclusion is header should be application slash XML. Return type should be other than string or response entity is string. Then that object data will be converted into XML or not, boss. But array to convert object into XML, we need some binding API, JAXB kind of API, or similar API is required or not required. So for that purpose, we have JAXON data format XML. One jar is there. What is there? JAXON data format XML. Simply, literally, one jar is there or not there? We need to add following additional dependencies to the project for converting object data into XML format data. You can collect it from what? mevenrepository.com. You can happily collect it from what? mevenrepository.com. Whatever I discuss, same thing I am putting in the form of diagram. Whatever I discuss, same thing I am trying to put in the form of what? Diagram. Here is my client application or consumer application. I am sending request, get mode request, but what is the header value? Application slash XML. I am asking something, but header is different. This is the head part of the request, guys. Head part, not the head request mode. This is request mode. This is head part of the request structure. That request goes to producer application. Return type is other than string. It returns object. That object will be converted into XML. Whatever response generated in that response, body will be XML content or not, guys. Whatever response generated in that response, body will be XML content or not, guys. So definitely body will be XML content, no doubt in that. Super, guys. At the end, what happens, guys? XML content as response, it will go or not, guys. So in a web page, in consumer application, you will get XML content as the response. So what I do, my dear, okay, I open 1102, boss. Whatever example application is there for JSON, I try to convert same example application into XML without wasting your time and my time. Yes. This is my Eclipse ID, boss. Yes. Other day we have got the application on JSON content sending. Boot rest. Where is that? Boot rest. Okay, sending JSON response. Copy, paste. What is this guys for? REST API. Sending XML as a response. Sending XML as a response, guys. That's great, guys. Followed by that, what is there? Yeah, I have to add extra jar file, right? I have to add extra jar file, boss. You must think about adding extra jar file now, boss. This is my Java resource. This is my what? com.nt.model. Everything is there. Here, faculty operations controller. It is returning simple faculty object. It is returning what? Bunch of farmer objects, right, guys? Farmer object with all types of properties. Farmer object with what? All types of properties. Maybe I have not talked about list of farmers also, right? List of faculties also one scenario I will take. Yes, boss. Show report to, I'll make it as report to 3, guys. I'll make it as report to 3. Here is what? A report to 3. Report to 1. Here is what? A report to 2. Here is what? A report to 2. This is my faculty 1. Faculty 1 dot 1 dot 1 dot 1 dot. This is my faculty 1. Am I audible, guys? Everyone please respond. Response entity, yes. List faculty. Response entity, list faculty. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Here is my response entity, list faculty. Are you getting? Yes. Yeah, this is my faculty 1. Yes. Faculty 2. 1002. Tell me here. Rajesh. Being. Okay. Spring stack. What is there? Spring stack. Something, guys. Total how many faculty objects I have taken? 2. Okay. Oh, here we have to take faculty 2. Faculty 2 here. Faculty 2 there, guys. Here also faculty 2. Faculty 2. Here also what? Faculty 2. Everywhere faculty 2 is taken or not taken, guys. That's great. Next one. Return response entity. What is the one I want to return? List faculty. Here, list dot off. What dot off? List dot off. Faculty 1 comma faculty 2. Yes. So we are covering all permutations and combinations. If I run this application as it is, what happens? I will get JSON content. First, let me show. When return type is other than string, you will get JSON. Right click, run on server. Say next. Remove all. Finish. Okay. Remove all. Finish. Yeah, forget about this. Here is my postman. Yeah. I think I have taken copy of the project now, boss. Yes. But listen, when you take copy of the project, we have to change context path of the project. Otherwise, old name only will continue. that is very problematic one, guys. It will confuse you which project we are running. We won't get clarity, right? Yeah. Web project settings, boss. Sending what response, my dear? Pros for REST API, sending XML as a response. Sending what, guys? XML as a response. Okay, that's great. Sending XML as a response, guys. Here is my 04, guys. Here is 03. Here is my what? 04. Actually, if you don't change, not a problem, but fine. Okay. 04. Sending, what is there, guys? XML as a response. 04. Sending XML as a response. Okay. But we already executed. That means it might have registered in Tomcat server, right? Though it is registered, you want to change. So at that time, we go for what? Server.xml file. So if you don't execute at least one time, Chiki, where is this at the red bean, ra? Why? How does this at the red bean is related to current discussion, ra? Waste fellow. Bah, leave it. You type whatever it is, but don't disturb my flow, boss, please. Yeah, I think still old path only running now, boss. Here is what? XML as a JavaScript. XML. What's the project name? 04. Right click, guys. Run on server, guys. Say next, say finish. Super. Tell me here what is there. Yeah, this is there. Still, I have not applied XML. Okay, now go to collection. REST pros 4. What is there? REST pros 4. REST pros 4. Add request. What's the request, guys? Add request. Here is what? Request 1. Here is what, guys? Request 1. Okay, that's great. Here is my request 1. Yeah, browser might have opened, not. Firefox might have opened. What is a global path? Do you have any global path, guys? What is there? Faculty API. Faculty operations controller, guys. Faculty API. Faculty API slash report to one. No, one only. First one only will check, Babu. JSON content came now. Report to two. All properties. Everything we are covering. Okay. Report to two is for list of faculties. Array of JSON documents came. Array and each document for bracket opening closing. Here in one farmer class, we are covering all types of properties. Check it out. Simple colors array type. Okay, next one, Indian Boolean type, crop name, simple type, nicknames, list type, phones, list set type, ID details, map type. That's why floor bracket open closing. Land details, sub properties. That is a has a property, guys. So has a property and map will be becoming sub documents. And list set array will be treated as what? Element values with square bracket. Okay, na? 1D array, 2D arrays. But right now my agenda is not this. My agenda is what? Sending XML, getting XML output, guys. So if this is the request now, here is headers. Here is what? Headers. These are request headers, boss. Already 7 headers are there. Remove this. By default, */* is there. You add the header with modified value. What is the one I am specifying, guys? Application/XML. What is the one I am specifying, guys? Application/XML. Okay. What's the error we got? 406. What is the reason? There is a meaning for that error, boss. There is a meaning for that error. You mentioned the content negotiation related jar, boss. I mean, it's a request header. But internally, jar is not there to convert what? Object data into XML. To convert object data into XML. As part of content negotiation, if a jar is not added, supporting XML conversion, what kind? Supporting XML conversion or supporting what? JSON conversion. Then we will get 406 error. What is the error? Not acceptable. Server could not find any relevant content after performing what? Server-driven content negotiation. Server-driven what? Content negotiation. It has not found any relevant content. Is it not interesting, Rababu? That means object is there that has to be converted into JSON or XML. But unfortunately, jars are not there to do that conversion. Unfortunately, APIs are not added, jars are not added to do that work, guys. So then you will get 406 error. So what is the solution for this problem? Go to this place, mevenrepository.com. What is that, guys? mevenrepository.com. Okay, that's great, guys. Simply we are going for what? mevenrepository.com. So there, what is there, guys? Jackson data format XML. Jackson data format XML, guys. 2.18.2. Got it? Yes. Go to pom.xml of this file, guys. Go to pom.xml of this file. Come on, everyone. Say paste. Go to pom.xml of this file, my dear. Yes, okay, we got it. So I added that one. Check it out, the XML file that we have added, the jar. Version is optional, guys. Okay. Yellow color is coming means for version, better to remove the version. So it will take up according to the current setup, guys, current requirement. Version it will decide dynamically. Yeah, same application executed. That's great. Okay, request one. First I will say report one. Click on send. Earlier we got JSON. This time we are getting what? XML. It's because of two reasons. Because of content negotiation. Next one jar we have added. Suppose report to I have taken, guys. Report to list of faculties. List, no, it is creating its own tags. Item one, item two. It dynamically generating the tags, guys. Next one, three. Okay, it is creating its own thing. Colors, inside that colors. Property name only outer tag, property name only sub tag. Array type na boss. Indian true, Boolean type. Indian true, Boolean type. Village, Budwell. Type wet. Okay, land area. This is what regarding land area. So nicely tags are generated or not, boss. Okay. See guys, jars are there as it is. I have removed this. By default, it is there. Tell me, same thing converted into JSON na? Okay, I kept this. Here I kept application slash JSON. Then also I will get the JSON content now, boss. That means by changing the accept header value, I'm trying to negotiate with the producer. I am looking for this. Can you send this? Luckily, by default, it sent text content on its own without negotiation, JSON content on its own without negotiation. But there is a clash between JSON and XML. If you want XML, we should send accept header request value. Array, most of the request headers are filled up automatically. Check it out. See, user agent, okay, browser name. User agent is holding consumer name, na? Accept. MIME type that it allows. Encoding, what are the encoding techniques it uses internally? Connection, keep alive. Until given request related response come, connection should be alive. Once a given request related response is delivered, connection should be closed. Next what guys? Accept application slash JSON. Array, I don't want star slash star. That's why I have taken what? Application slash JSON, guys. Convinced, my dear, right? Let's look at the material. Regular model class, a regular report. Yes, you can take either normal return type or response entity return type. You can take either normal return type or response entity return type. Just customer, response entity customer. If you do like this, you don't get control on response status code, response headers. If you do like this, you will get control on what? Response headers. In which order? In which order things should happen, I am giving, boss. If you send above request without placing, accept this one. Request header, default value is what? Will be taken as default value, then you will get JSON response. In the above setup, where we are asking for XML response using accept-XML request header. If you are not placing Jackson data format XML, then we get 406 error or not, guys? Then we definitely get 406 error or not, guys? Come on, everyone. Then we definitely get 406 error or not, boss? We run same application with the above setup and without changing without changing accept a header value. Applications are then we get JSON response from producer application because method return type is what? Are already proven or not, guys? I have not changed what? Accept two applications as XML. Default application slash JSON is there or not there? Default application slash JSON is there or not there? Can we take return type of REST operation method without response entity? Okay, without a response entity. Yeah, I think I already discussed this one, boss. When you take along with response entity, we are getting some control on what? We are definitely getting some control on what? Response headers, right, boss? We are definitely getting some control on what? Response headers and response status code. Response headers and response status code, right, boss? Come on, everyone. Possible if the return type is string, then we get text response. And if the return type is other than string, then we get either XML or JSON format response. Based on the accept request value, we send from consumer application. We send from consumer application. It is definitely possible or not, guys? Come on, everyone. It's possible. If return type is string, then we get text response. If return type is other than string, XML based on the accept header. But what's the advantage of it? Spring REST, REST API, REST provider application themselves don't present data using UI components. Then they take what? They take inputs from XML or JSON from the front end application. They take what? Input or they take inputs from in the form of XML or JSON from what? Front end application and sends output to front end application in the form of what? XML or JSON content. Okay, listen. Provider application themselves do not present data using UI component. They take inputs in the form of what? XML or JSON from okay, not front end application. XML JSON from REST provider application. From the REST API provider application. REST API provider application and sends output to the front end application. Sends output to the front end application in the form of XML or JSON content. Yes, consumer application is there. From provider application collects what, guys? JSON or XML? Okay, that will pass to what? Front end, and front end what it will do, guys? Presents it. Or this provider itself directly talks to front end application. Come on. Front end gather JSON or XML and converts into presentable data and present it or not, guys. Okay, they do. provider application themselves don't use UI components. They take inputs in the form of what? XML or JSON from the REST API provider application, sends output to front end application in the form of what? XML or JSON content. Listen, from front end they take inputs in the form of XML or JSON, while sending output also they send in the form of what? XML or JSON. From consumer application, how inputs goes to provider application? XML or JSON. After executing lot of code and generating result, again these results will be converted into XML or JSON, goes to front end application or not, guys? Okay. Consumer application. What application, guys? Consumer application. Overall response entity T as the return type is always good. Once again, what's the advantage of taking this REST operation method? Return response status code always 200 and it cannot be changed. If we take return type as response entity T, then we can send result plus response status code together as a response. Yes, na boss? Yes. To get better control on, what is that? To get better control on response status code and response headers. To get better control on what? Response status code and what? Response headers. Response headers while returning results from the endpoints of the while returning results from the endpoints of the REST controller. What controller? Or provider application. REST controller or provider application. REST controller or provider application. Come on, guys. It's good to take. It's good to take what, guys? Response entity T as the return time of the endpoint method. Simply of the endpoint method. Working with a request body to convert given XML or JSON content into model class object. And so far we focused on response na. Working with request body to convert given came along with the request, guys. What, guys? Came along with the request. Which came along with the request. Which are coming along with the request. Right, boss? To model class object. What object was? Simply to model class object. Literally to model class object. Yeah, so far we focused on what? Sending response as a text response, JSON response, or XML response. Now we have to look at what, guys? Sending, uh, getting inputs to provider application as a text input, XML input, JSON input. Okay, but you need not to do anything. Arey, come on, when form data comes, to convert form data into model class object at the rate model attribute is there. Yes, na boss, come on. Similarly, when our inputs are coming in the form of JSON or XML, to convert them into model class object, we have at the rate request body. Form data to model class object at the rate model attribute. Okay, JSON or XML data into model class object at the rate request body. Are already response body is there by default that convert any object into XML or JSON content. That's the reason can be called at the rate request body, at the rate response body as media type annotations. At the rate request body won't come by default. We have to use it explicitly. At the rate response body comes automatically because it is a part of at the rate rest controller annotation. It's a part of at the rate what? Rest controller annotation. Right now, boss? But right now, so far knowingly, unknowingly, we worked with the response body. That's the reason. Okay, given object is converted into XML or JSON when return type of the endpoint is what other than string, other than string. Okay, but so far we have not discussed how to convert given JSON content into Java bean class object, how to convert given XML content into JSON content. That is our going to be our next target or not, guys? Super, guys. Now listen. If client application generated request is having JSON or XML content as the request body, and if you want to construct Java class object having data, then we need to specify what? At the rate request body for the parameter of producer method whose type is model class name or what? Java bean class name whose type is model class name or what? Java bean class name. Getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Whose type is model class name or what? Java bean class name. Yeah. Here is my client application or consumer application. Post. Sending username means we use post only. Either key value pairs, nothing but JSON body, guys. Nothing but JSON content as na. Okay. Here producer or server application, nothing but REST API. Yeah, by seeing signature request body class name param, by seeing this class name and param and request body, what dispatcher servlet will do? Will collect the JSON content, nothing but body, will convert into Java bean class object or not. Once it is converted into Java claims object, we can do whatever we want or not, guys. But if you want to send a response, JSON body as what? Request body structure as the content of request body. So for this, can I use a head mode? Head mode request contains body a boss? No. Are you understanding my statement, guys? That's why get we can use, post we can use, but post can carry unlimited amount of data, na? And that too. Generally, we use for this a huge amount of data in as what? Request body, only for registrations and updation. Registrations or updations are generally assigned to what? Put mapping and post mapping. That's why generally we see what? Post mapping, which for the work of what? Converting JSON content into object, that object making as entity class object, later inserting record. Converting JSON content into object, later making entity class object, later updating the record. For that reason, guys. Okay. Get comma head mode request does not contain body part, but they send a little amount of data as request param values along with the request, as in query string. URL param1 val1 ampersand param2 val2. The response of get mode request contains what? Both head and body parts. Both head and body parts. Response contains, guys. Whereas response of head mode request does not contain what? Body part. So we use get mode request to get data from server. Head mode request to check whether certain web component is available or not. It's purely for debugging purpose. We use this purely for debugging purpose. Get mode requests carry data in the form of what? Query string appended to the URL. Query string appended to the URL. So get mode request does not contain body in the request structure. Post mode request can carry data in the form of what? Request body content. That means data will not be appended to the URL as query string. Data will not be appended to the URL as what? Query string. Is it not interesting, Rababu? Come on, everyone. Is it not an interesting aspect or not, guys? I want reply, boss. Come on. Get mode requests carry data in the form of what? Query string appended to the URL. So, get mode request does not contain body in request structure. So that's the reason we are not preferring get mode whenever you want to send body XML or JSON content along with the request. Come on, guys. As a query string, can you send JSON content or XML content? As a query string, can you send JSON content or XML content, guys? Practically not possible. That's why post is the most important one. After that, put also quite okay. Post is okay, put is okay, right? Get mode request does not contain body. Head mode request does not contain body. So don't use them. But you want to send, along with the request, you want to send what? JSON or XML content. We have to think about post mode or put mode now. Okay, for insertion operation, post mode. For update operation, what? Put mode. Everyone getting my point there? Request body and response body annotations are called MediaType annotation because they recognize input output type like JSON XML content. Request body is useful to convert the request related JSON or XML content to Java class object. Response body is useful to convert REST operation method generated other than string content into what? JSON or XML content. Right, boss? We don't use response body separately. Rather, it will be applied automatically on every REST operation method through REST controller kept on the class. Kept on the class name. Simply kept on the class. I hope you understood my statement, guys. Syntax to use response request body method param. What is there? At the rate request body, class name, param name. Becomes object name internally or not, guys. If a JSON body is coming as empty floor bracket, that means empty JSON document, then object for that class in request body will be created zero param constructor with the default values given by JVM. So model class object will get default value. If the keys in JSON body and property names given in mod, given in the names in the given class, in the given class of request body must match in the order must match in order to see data binding to the object. Are keys in the JSON content and property names in model class object must match or not. If a few keys and few property names are matching and others are not matching, then binding will happen only for what? Few properties, and remaining properties will hold default values. And the remaining properties will hold what? Default value. Rules with respect to deserialization activity, converting JSON content into model class object content. Rules with respect to this one, this statement you observe. Keys in JSON body and property names. You have to satisfy that. If you are matching, few values will be bound. If all are matching, all values will be bound. Right, boss? Come on. Right. Required for giving XML content in request body. But if you are giving JSON content, really required, guys? Not required. Okay. Copy this, paste it. REST API getting JSON content. What content, guys? Getting JSON content. Getting JSON content. Okay, that's good. I'm simply trying to get what? JSON content. Okay. Yeah. What is this, guys? JSON content. Yeah. Let's see, guys. Properties, my dear. Web project settings. Here, previous title is there. Let's change the title, boss. Previous change is there. Let's change the title. Okay, guys, come on. Right. Tell me. Boot REST Prosify REST API, this one. No. I don't want to see output going as a JSON. I want to see input coming as a JSON. Okay. I'm keeping model classes as it is, boss. I'm keeping model classes as it is. Okay, that's great. I'm keeping model classes as it is. One is farmer, one is what? That stuff. Okay. Rest, guys. Whatever it came, we are least bothered about creating this object. Already input is going to come like that. Okay, here what is there? Request body. What body? Request body. Faculty. Request body, faculty. Here is my string now, boss. Yeah. Whatever it is, I want to return as a string. Okay. This is my faculty, guys. Here is my what, guys? String. Here is my string or not, boss? Yeah, but the problem is faculty is an object, not a string. Okay, but whatever it is, I want to return as a string only. To string. I want to put into the object, I want to return string. If you want, you can convert into JSON also. But what input JSON, output JSON means you will feel confusion, right? Input is JSON. I want to convert into what? A string. I don't know. Input is JSON. Put the content into object and display object content as a string value. Same thing here, boss. It may be a big list of faculties. I'm going to take string here. There is no need of you creating this stuff, right? Is there need of you creating this stuff, guys? No. At the rate request body. What body, guys? At the rate request body. List faculty. List faculty list. Any list toString will be there. Yes. Here is my string is there. Here is what? List. Okay. List dot toString. List dot toString, guys. Here. A response entity not compulsory. You can take without response entity also. No need of these objects, my dear. Okay. Right. What is there? At the rate request body. What body? Farmer. Farmer. At the rate request body. Farmer, guys. That's it. At the rate request body. Farmer. Yeah, that's good. Here, return farmer dot toString. Everything I am converting into this. At the rate model attribute is there to convert form data into model class object. At the rate request attribute body is there to convert the received JSON or XML content into what? By default JSON content. It expects what? JSON. Okay, right. But who will type that much? Who will type that much JSON content in the request body? Don't worry. From previously we take inputs and we pass it as a request body, right? Let's run this application, guys. Run on server. I think there are errors in that. Right click, run on server. Say next. Remove all. Save finish. Save okay. Yeah. Take this URL, guys. Acha, 1 minute. What I do is I will don't use the old request path, guys. Let me use the fresh request path. Faculty API, tell me, register faculty. register faculties. It has a list of faculties, right? Okay, register. What is there? Farmer. Moreover, get mode request can carry body, yeah? No. So what should I use, guys? Post. Yes. What is the other thing I should use, guys? Post mapping. What is the other thing I should use, guys? Post mapping. Yeah. Farmer. At the rate post mapping register farmer. At the rate post mapping register faculties. At the rate post mapping register faculty. Got it, guys? Come on, everyone. Okay. Line number 20 spell mistake is there. Line number faculty. Right now. Anything else? All are right now, boss? Okay. Yeah, why post mapping? Because if it is get mapping, can I send the request? Can I send the request along with guys? Is possible to send the request? Practically impossible to send the request, right, guys? Come on, everyone. Yes. Fine. So we run this application first. Run on server. Say next, say finish. Yeah, instead of me typing manually, I do something. Instead of me typing JSON content manually, I do something from the previous response. I'll make it as input here. Otherwise, I should sit and develop JSON. Right now, I'm typing manually, guys, but in future, front end collects the from end user that converted into JSON using JSON API, and they will be. Collection, guys, blank collection, rest pros 05. Rest pros 05. Add request, guys, request one. What request, guys? Request one. What is their post? Getting JSON content. Getting means not as a response, as a request. Faculty API. What is there? Register faculty. This time, header is not important. By default, it's ready to take JSON. But body should be there. You should tell body should contain raw content. The to what content in the raw? JSON. You are giving clarity now, boss. Yeah, now onwards, this is a request URL. This is request body. Here you have to type the body. Okay, na? Yes, boss. Tell me. First, I'll try to type manually FID key value. Okay, tell me. All right, whatever match they will be stored. Open the model. Open the model class. Fname qualification subject address. Fname colon Raja. Qualification B. ADDRS. Okay. AD order is not important. Okay. One thing wantedly I ignored, guys. So then what happened? That will not be participating in writing process. What it will have? Default value. Default value string type na null will be there. The integer type means 0 will be there. Simple integer 0. Wrapper integer means again null will be. Got it, guys? Super. Okay, click on this, guys. Conversion is happening or not? Oh, requested resource not found. Post only. Okay. Faculty. I think spell mistake. Faculty. Am I right now? Register faculty. Okay. I'm not displaying in the form of JSON. Everything I'm displaying as a string to check whether the JSON content that came along with the request is stored into model class object or not. No, happily stored into model class object or not, guys. It's happily stored into model class object or not, guys. Okay. 1 minute. Go to request one, guys. Report to three. Oh, no, I don't take report three. I'll take report to two. Okay. Application slash JSON only there here. What's the problem? Application slash JSON only there. Report to right only, na? Previous project report. Yeah, get request report to right. Acha, that application is not in running mode. That application is not in running mode. Okay, fine. How to make both application is running mode, guys? Right click, run on server. Say Tomcat. Already previous one is there, na? Don't say remove all. If you say remove all, only current one will be deployed, other one will not be deployed. So now both will be deployed, guys. Now both will be deployed happily. Faculty API report to. Yeah, we got array of faculties now, boss, this time. We got array of faculties. Yes. Okay. Go to prosify request, guys. Prosify request. I'll try to add request to two because why to disturb already success one. Request to. What I want to send? Post request. What is the URL? Faculty API register faculties. Oh, getting XML. Okay, I think this is not right. 1 minute. This is previous one. 1 minute. Let's go for help. This one, na? Register faculties. Okay. Body, guys. Raw, guys. JSON. I'm pasting JSON content as it is. Oh, go to this place, copy the content, right? Come to this place, paste. Array of JSON documents are given. This @request body will bind them into list of faculty objects. How to prove whether it is stored or not? Yes, we are getting list of faculty object in the form of single string or not. We are getting list of faculty objects in the form of single string or not, guys. That means we are able to convert JSON content into a model class object by using @request body annotation or not. Model attribute in MVC application to convert form data into model class object. @request body is there to convert XML or JSON content into model class object. I hope you are in sync with my discussions, right? Request, guys. Here I will take report to three. We are getting single object with a different varieties of properties. Okay. We are getting single object with the different varieties of property now, boss. Copy. Right click. Tell me. Right click. Add request. Where is this? Request 3. Right click. Add request. Request 3. Right click. Add request. Request 3. Prosify. Register farmer. Right. Register farmer. What is the one I should use? Post. What is their body? What is their raw? What is their JSON? Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Click on send. Okay, farmer related everything is converted or not, guys? Actually, I sit and type, guys, but I am not wasting my time. Okay, whatever we got in the previous one that we are passing. So, for example, I'll make this one as a 12 acres. Click on send. Here also you will get 12 acres now, boss. Yes, here is what? 1 month. Here lot of conversion is happened or not, guys? Lot of conversion is taking place or not, boss? So using request body, we can convert given inputs into what? JSON content. XML we'll discuss later. For the timing, you worry about this. At the rate model attribute is useful to bind form data into model class object in MVC module. Request body is useful to bind a JSON or XML data of request into model class object. This is in REST module. This is the one confusion that is there, that is also cleared. Note, we need to implement serializable interface on model class object only if there is a need of sending model class object over the network or need of writing model class object data to file. Model class object to data to a file using serialization. Otherwise, no need of implementing serialization. If you want to use model class object to carry data between two layers of the same project, then there is no need of implementing what? Serialization. Because same project layers means they will be there in the same computer, right? Yes. Send the following request from JSON. I'm giving JSON input here. A type, select this. B this. Very clearly I have given C this. D this. Lastly press F. Then type this. E type this. If the model class object is having local time, date time property, then we can give value to that property in JSON document in this pattern. What is the pattern? 4wise dd. T is the separator, guys. HHMMSS. HHMMSS. In model class expiry and JSON document, this is the format we have to give. This is the format we have to give, guys. If at all date time is there, if at all date time is there, if not there, nothing to worry about it. I think you will experiment that. Can you experiment that, guys? Come on. After taking request body as JSON XML, if you don't send correct format body content along with the HTTP request, then we get what? 400 error. For example, wantedly I mistaken this comma. Okay. Now you will get 400 error or not, guys? 400 bad request, guys. So if format is not correctly there, you will get 400 error. If format is correctly there, we are getting the desired output. Okay, boss. Next. If JSON body is coming as open floor bracket, closing floor bracket, that means empty floor bracket, then object for class given in request body will be created using zero param constructor with the default value. And Java object initial values will be stored there or not there. Basically, what will be stored, guys? Java object initial values will be stored. Okay, go to this. How to deal with XML, we'll discuss later. XML as response we have seen. Now we have to see XML as in request we have to see. Add request, guys. Request to 4, guys. Add request, guys. Request to 4. Here is my one, guys. Boot rest prosify. Boot rest prosify. Here is my what? 3131. Boot rest prosify. REST API. Faculty API. Register faculty. Body raw JSON. Here empty floor bracket and closing. Yeah. I should send post mode request or get mode request or post mode. Click on send. Everything null coming now, boss? Everything is coming as a null, boss? Yes. Okay. Okay. Private local date time DOB. Local date time DOB. Yeah. Private local date time DOB, comma, DOB is equal to. What is the format I should use, my dear? 4 mmdd. 4 mmdd within double quotes only we have to put. Yeah, DOB. 1990. What is there? 1990. 1020 T. Okay, 1234. Something I have taken was T for the time. T for the separation between date and time. Okay, commas are nicely there. Check it out. DOB is stored nicely na boss. DOB came a nice na boss. Okay. So like this we can deal with what, guys? Date and time values also. I'm trying to cover all permutations and combination, nothing great. Fine. So only what is left? XML as output, JSON as output, text as output discussed, right? JSON as input discussed. Now what is left? XML as input, text as input is left. So far we concentrated on generating response. Today we also started by using what? Giving input in the form of JSON. Tomorrow when we meet, first we will see how to give XML as input, guys. Once that is done, okay, there is a concept called request params and path variables, because post will send as a body, put mode you will send as a body. What about get mode? Get mode also wants to send some data along with the request. Then you have to think about query string in the address bar. If not that, there's one more concept called path variables, which is very popular in Spring REST. For post mode, these are there. Body is there. That's great. But what get mode? Because get mode also wants to select the data, but while selecting data, it want to pass some inputs. We can pass those inputs as query string, but as better alternate to query string, we got path variables. As better alternate to query string, we got what? Path variable. Is it not interesting, Rababu? Yes, that's a new concept that I will take up when we meet in next class, guys. Yeah, 7 a.m. Yeah, this Saturday, 11 o'clock, I think for you, no problem. When I change something in my code, but Postman not reflecting, you have to wait until server recognize the change in a boss. And you have to change when server is in running mode. External server means recognizes automatically. Embedded server means you should use a dev tools starter. Then only changes will be recognized. After learning everything, don't become innocent, right? In embedded server, changes should be reflected means dev tools starter we have to add na. 16.8, tell me. Spring Boot REST guys. File upload. Yeah. This Saturday, are you comfortable to come and attend session at 4 p.m.? Yes or no? Na? 11 a.m. 11 a.m. okay for you. This time I'll ask evening batch students to come in at 11 o'clock. We have one last session on what? Spring Boot batch. Okay, we have to see few more conversions, right? Yeah. Tool FS, not Tool FS. What is there? Spring guys, 1102. What is there? 1102. Boot rest. Today is 6th Jana. Which the 6th Jan? There are two 6th Jans are there. I am confused. Huh? One is 6th Jan, other one I have to change to. Sending XML response content as the response body and media type annotation. This one I have to select, and this one I change it to sending XML content as response body and media type annotation. Very bad. Both are same. This is right one. Huh? What is our document here? 2024 one we are using. Change this one to 2025. Both are same it seems. Leave it. Yes, boss. Yeah, done. Thank you guys. Have a nice time. We'll meet tomorrow and we will discuss more.